Good to see you again.
Good,
thank you. Yeah, good.
So, first of all, thank you for spending this time after training, appreciate it. Back to the beginning, started off in academies at Fulham and Gillingham. What was that like, and how did then that transition into out of the academy system?
It was interesting because I think when I was at Fulham, things were going really well, I was doing really well, and then all of a sudden 1 year I got released, and then I went to Gillingham, was there for a year and a half, and then got released after, and then I just fell into non-league football, went to Maidenhead and just tried to progress through there, and then got into the first team. So I think my route has been quite unusual, compared to most footballers, but my story is different and it's quite unique.
Oh, nice. And then how much of a benefit do you think playing with adults at such a young age was for you and your development?
I think that helped a lot because, just becoming more physical, and obviously I was always going to be a defender, so playing against men that are stronger than you, fitter, faster, it was always going to make me understand how you need to deal with the game and to think instead of, try use your strength and speed against, people your age.
And then what age did you start the futsal?
I was playing futsal when I got released from Fulham. I was doing some trials, with some clubs, football-wise, and then just playing futsal once a week, with my kind of local team. So to kind of feel like I'm a professional athlete, training every day, but, doing two different sports.
Obviously, 11-a-side, was the coaching different to the futsal? And what part of the futsal did you transition into the 11-a-side?
Yeah, so futsal obviously is very fast-paced, technical, very tactical, and then playing at Maidenhead, we played long ball football on a very dodgy pitch, so it was completely at different ends of the spectrum. But I was always quite a technical player because I used to be quite small, and then when I was at Maidenhead, I obviously had a massive growth spurt, and I still kind of had my technical ability, and just doing both kind of helped me just have both sides of my game. So if it was be a bit more physical or to be a bit more technical from the futsal.
And now you've captained Wolves. Did you anticipate that? Was that something you'd aspired to be, or was it just a case of just get here and just play your trade?
I never thought I'd be where I am now. Of course, even when I was breaking through at Wolves, I never expected to play consistently, become the captain. But as I think my career is always just take it step by step because it's been so unpredictable. So yeah, just as I said, just embrace the challenge and just never try to look back. So
now we're going to discuss some of the unique attributes you have as a defender, and you can talk us through some of your qualities. Max, so first couple of clips I'm going to show you probably relate to more time at Maidenhead, being a bit more direct, but you're playing on the right-hand side. How easy have you found that?
To be fair, I quite enjoy playing on my right side because obviously you can take your touch inside onto your stronger foot, and then you can kind of play the diag or play the curve ball, down the line. So I think on the right side, I've quite enjoyed, the options sometimes are quite, easier.
If you can be more effective going long, is that you kind of a decision that you're making, or is that a decision made by the coach?
No, definitely, like the first option as defender is to try the best, most effective pass forward, and if it's playing the longest one, then why not, and I think it also comes with being a bit more confident. So if I feel a bit more confident throughout a game, then I'll try to make a good estimated risk.
At what stage of the pitch do you then recognise where you are and say, this is the more futsal-related passes?
Yes, obviously when you get into the opponent's half, of course, you're looking to play into like the 10s or the wingers that are coming inside. So here, as you see, like Ruben's, as I play into Ruben, he's got a bit of time to turn. But of course, the pass has to be very precise and quite firm, and try not to make it bobble, so it's much easier for your teammates to control.
Detail on the pass, and then obviously he knows what to do once he's recognised the speed and the tempo of the ball.
Yep.
How much do you enjoy this part of the game? I really enjoyed the 1v1 side of defending, and especially when you're in these big areas.
I love those moments where the striker looks like he's scoring and there's more threat, because I think there's less expectation to win the ball.
Yeah. So talk us through this clip and what you're thinking here.
Yeah, so here I know like it's just me versus him, so I just took my time, make the first move. I didn't want to dive in or make a rash decision, and just delay, and then when he gets closer to the goal, force him onto his weaker side because I know he was right-footed, and then try in the last second just to be aggressive and make the challenge.
You can talk us through your body position and what you're thinking as I'm dribbling here?
So obviously it depends on the player. If I know it's a creative midfielder, I'm more looking into maybe their eyes to see what pass they're looking for.
Yeah.
But if I know it's a kind of a player that likes to go 1v1 and try to beat a player, my first thought is just to delay.
Yeah.
And hopefully, you know, if there's a time where someone comes and helps me, great. But if not, you know, it comes to the last point and I have to try and make a tackle or a block, but not to make a foul, because obviously when you get into the box, you don't want to commit any rash.
It's more of a block.
Exactly, more of a block, yeah. So I'm not going to try to take them out with the ball. I've just kind of get in front of their line and try block it, or if they take another touch, you know, I'm there to tackle.
Yeah. What you're thinking here when you're outnumbered, and for me, this is probably the hardest part of my game, sliding tackles. As soon as you put your head down, you're committed to the challenge.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest slide tackler myself, you know, but I think in that moment, you just have to go in and, you know, you have to take the ball or take the man with you as well. Sometimes, you know, it's just part of the game. My game is I don't try to make a slide tackle. I don't try to make a tackle. I'd rather read the game and just intercept it or just be in the right position. Yeah. So it is quite instinctive as well.
Ait-nouri to the back post and they get the goal. Totally deserved. And it is Max Kilman. What a night for him.
Your first and only Premier League goal?
Yeah, only Premier League goal, yeah. It's not, I need to score more, I need to try to score more, you know.
Do you practice it?
I do practice it, to be fair, but I think I need to improve on just the timing, you know. Some defenders, even strikers, obviously have that instinct, and I don't feel like I have it, you know.
Yeah, it was funny because when I was here, I scored a few goals, and Glenn Huddle used to have me doing finishing sessions on my own, because he used to think you get into the positions to score, but I was terrible. And then fast forward a year, I went to Everton and got 10 in one season. It was kind of mad. So yeah, there is a value in practicing and, like you said, the timing element. Because if that was defending, you seem to have that timing, but obviously when we're going into the opposite box,
it's so different. Yeah,
we panic a little bit more. So going back to your one and only Premier League goal, talk us through that, and also how much of you attacking is your thought process in defending?
The ball was really good from Ryan. He crossed it really well, and I think there was a few other defenders coming to try and head the ball, but I think they were too far away, and I think kind of Townsend kind of blocked their chance of heading it. So I just had to win my 1v1 battle, and then we just headed it back across, you know, and yeah, luckily we went in.
And what do you prefer to be marked by, and mark isn't in the zone, or do you prefer man-to-man?
Obviously, I'm defending in the zone right now, but there was a season where I was man-to-man and I had to maybe mark the biggest attacking threat. And to be fair, I enjoyed it, because when I had to defend, obviously I tried to get my arms and, you know, make sure they can't move. And when you're attacking and you've got a defender literally both arms around you and following your movement, I think it's very hard to break out of that. And teams have obviously someone man-marking you and in the zone also, it's very hard to score. So I think for me, you know, man marking is something that is, if you're doing it right, is very hard to get a shot from or get a header from.
Yeah, I always preferred the man marking side, because you're accountable then. You kind of know there's no excuse if it's zone, or you kind of waiting for that contact where if it's obviously man to man, I can be like, well, it's my man. I know it's my fault or not, and get it through that way. And then also from the kind of attacking aspects, I used to think this is what I hated, was when a striker could see my number. And if he could see my number, I knew it was coming. Or if he come in front of me, it was too late. He was going to have the kind of yard. So that's what I used to use going into that position box.
Did you so when you were defending, did you defend?
I defended open. I defended open, and then kind of used to mirror him. So in case of if you pulling away, I can keep you in front. And then if you're trying to make a movement in front, I would push you back that way. So it was kind of just like I can see the ball, but this is my contact was this with the man. But again, in my time, we could have a lot more contact.
Same, of course,
Kilman with the interception. And Kilman on the run. Go on, Max Kilman. Still driving. Might go all the way. Potentially the goal of the season in pre-season. Oh, goodness me.
Probably the best goal you'll ever score.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I could tell straight away you're determined to, there's no pass, you're dribbling.
Yeah. I don't know anyone was around me. I didn't want to pass to anyone. I just thought there's a lot of space, and then we just go. And then obviously, as I got onto my right foot, I thought I have to shoot. I can't dribble anymore. I can't go back on my left. So
Yeah.
I just tried to pass it in the goal, and yeah, it looked like a good finish.
It was a good finish, to be fair. You can show us how you did it. You've dribbled all the way up to the 6-yard box.
Yeah, I had the one guy, and then I think I ran past, I done that fake shot, maybe half tackle fake shot, and then I just tried to pass it in the corner. That's it.
Perfect. So Max, thank you for your time today. Appreciate you talking us through your game and your attributes, and best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you.